Hi, I'm Jack Whittles, Whittlestone Geological Treasures. About 15 years ago, I was collecting near Port Alberni. I was collecting Triassic fossils in a creek that had blown out. A big landslide had caused the debris flow in the gully and blown out several kilometers down to the main line. Anyways, walking up this gully, able to find Triassic ammonites, something like this here. And I'd always had a dream that it would be so nice to make a big table out of something like that, if I could find a good enough exposure. Anyways, about 2 years ago, I was working in the same area, slightly different part of the hillside, and found a big rock on the side of the road, recently dug out by the logging road. And I thought, well, that would make a nice candidate. I could see evidence of ammonites around the edges of it, and thought, well, maybe it'll work. So I really wanted to get that out. We couldn't move it by hand. We tried heaving on it, couldn't really do much with it. So I thought if I get the family out, get my two sons, Kyle and Xander, and Christa and I, we could use a come-along and some rollers and get it into the truck that way. And I thought that would be great. So we tried to do that and ended up failing miserably, unfortunately. And son Xander had a really funny quote. It was, "Hey Dad, we can call this modern art. We can entitle it Failure." And if I wasn't laughing so hard, I would have strangled him. But anyways, I will commentate a little bit because a lot of this video is actually photographs. I didn't plan on making a YouTube video. One thing I love about this video is got to teach the kids a good lesson here in that even though I'm the older generation to them, I was able to show them that through perseverance, determination, you can make a dream come true. So I had a dream to make a table, and we failed miserably the first trying to get the rock into the truck, and but we stuck with it. I stuck with it, found alternate solutions, and made it work. And like I said, the end result is incredible. It's quite wonderful. So I hope you enjoy the video.
So here's the big pieces. I found it lying on the side of the road. Hard to see much on it at this point. If you look closely, you can see ammonites sticking out like this one here. And on the surface, you could see re-crystalized ammonites. They look like ghosts of ammonites there. And here's the rock after Kyle, Xander, and I dug it out. We got some chains around it. And we tried to get it onto the truck and failed miserably. The come-along's in the foreground. There's Xander and Kyle. And this is where Xander said this is a modern art project title Failure, but I would get revenge. Yes! And here's my start of my revenge. Here's the table stand, and my solution's coming up. Making them into tables. That's the stand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With a glass table, or?
What's that? No, that's the rock's going to be the table.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to slice it up.
Nice.
Well, I mean, how's it? You're good here. So here are the two pieces after the forklift unloaded them, and you see the cut piece there for comparison. And I circled as many ammonites as I could around the edges, still trying to make sure this was a good piece. And you can see the results here, and that is cut piece from this actual big rock. So that's what I'm hoping they look like inside. And as I say, I'm making sure they go all the way around. And this is lining up the laser. There's a faint laser beam running parallel to the saw there, if you can see it. And then for depth of cut.
Hello, Xander.
Look how old you become.
Something far worse has happened to you. So what do you think? You said it was a modern art project and you named it Failure, but in the end I got it done. So are you impressed?
It's a bit too wet.
These things happen. You know, I haven't finished polishing it because there was so much work. Hey, that's a nice glass you're drinking out of. Do you know what that is?
Glass?
It's actually a beer, an old beer bottle turned into a glass from about the early 1900s. That one's about 1890 from the Nanaimo, and this is 1890s, and that's probably early 1900s from Victoria. Or actually, that's from Vancouver. So did I teach you anything in this whole operation?
You taught me that failure is not the end. It's just the beginning.
Oh.
You only fail when you give up.
That's very good. Thank you. Well, it was wonderful having you and Kyle and Christa out there. Although Christa was out collecting mushrooms, we don't even see her in the video at all.
Okay.
But it was really nice to have you guys out there. And what's that?
That was drifting.
Well, you made it drip.
Well, it was fun.
It was really nice to have you and Kyle and Christa out there helping out, and we had a good day. And this is just the start. We're going to do lots more fun projects. Thanks for coming up.
Next time, should we cat?
Hey, the cat. Oh. Well, it just wouldn't be same without saying goodbye without the furry mascot. I don't know why, but
the real star of this.
Real star?
The real hero.
Is he? Look at him. He's got hair sticking out the bottom of his feet. My arm will still see. He's got hair sticking out the bottom of his feet, and they're all there. His feet are pink. See?
Cause I'd probably be rich now.
Say bye. Bye. Thanks for watching.
I got a few regrets about some things that I've done. Among the things that I regret